So in today's video, we're going to review how to use some different functions of today and date within Microsoft Excel. So there are some pretty cool functions that are available. Some of these functions are available in the new 2021 version, and some of these have long existed, but they're really useful. A lot of people do not know how to use them, and I will show you how to use some of those today. So the first one we're going to cover is just the today option. So this is where you put equals today and then the parentheses, and this will give you today's date. That will update tomorrow. If I was to open this up tomorrow, it will update. The now function gives you an exact time, so you can see this is set for 11:54. If I was to make any change in the worksheet, so I'm just going to hit enter over here, that gets updated to the new time. The weekday function, this returns the day of the week. So one key thing with this is that this will return the day of the week per a Sunday weekday. So this is presuming that it starts on a weekday. So that you just have to keep that in mind. You can also do it so that it returns, you can see this returns the numbers based on Sunday and Monday. You can do Monday through Sunday. You can do Monday through Sunday starting at 0. So there are different options that you have here to return different values that you want. So this is doing, today happens to be Monday. This is returning Monday with starting at 0. So the workday function, so this is taking a date and adding a number of days to get to the to increase the date that you've entered by a number of work days, by a specific number of work days. So if I want to increase this by 5 work days, this will give me next week Monday date. Again, today is Monday, because it's adding 7 days, which is 5 work days. So that's a pretty cool little function to use work days. Later we're going to get network days, sort of similar with network days, but this is a little bit easier to use. Next is WEEKNUM. This will return the week number of the year. So we're in the second week of the year. So this is returning based on the 1/6 date. This is returning the week number of 2. So here's an eDate function. So this is adding a month to the date that I want. So I've got B2 selected, which is January 6th. And this is adding 1 month to it. So comma 1 is adding 1 month to it. Date function. So this is taking a date in what's called a serial number. So this is 2023, it's the 12th month, and then it's 4th day. Again, all of these are US dates. So this is returning December 4th, 2023. The day function, this converts the day of the month to an individual number. So instead of trying to extract the 6 out of 1/6/2025, you can just put in that you want the day out of B2, and that returns 6. The days function is showing you the number of days between two dates. So here I'm showing the difference between 1/6/2025 and 12/4/2023, and this will give you 399 days. So it's a quick and easy way to show number of days. Again, network days will actually show that to you as well, but it's this is just calendar days. This days 360 will show you the same thing, but it will do it based on a 360-day calendar. As with accounting, 360 versus 365 is important, so it is good to have that day 360. End of month, so EO month function gives you the end of the month for a particular month. So for in this example, I just want to get the end of month for what is in the cell B2, which is today's date of 1/6, January 6th. So this will return 131. Now I can also add months, so I can say kind of like next month, I can do 2. So this will give me the end of month for next month. This will give you the ISO week number. So this is a little bit similar to the WEEKNUM, but this will give you the ISO WEEKNUM. I'm doing this on a different cell, so I'm doing this on the top cell. So this is the 28th day of the week, the 28th week of the year. Month, so similar to the day function, this will give you the actual month that the date is. So here I just want the month out of this top one. So this is giving me July, which is 7. And the network days, we talked about this a little bit before. I've just used this in a simple format to show me the start and the end date and the number of days between them. So it's 101 days between 12/4/2023 and 7/15/2023. There is also another function where you can add holidays in here. So you can add if you had a list of holidays. So I'm going to put, now it's coming up with that because I've got that. I can put in holidays now over here. So if I wanted to put in holidays that would occur between those two dates, they would show up as, and it would take that out. So a holiday between these two dates, let's go with So this is 363 days. If I make this 2024, that took out one date because 2024 is a holiday, and that is between these two dates. So you can add other dates in here that are holidays. You can also just get a list from and download it, and then you can take this and use this to minus out or reduce the number of days between network days based on holidays. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Please also share. Please go ahead and check out my other videos on my page. Have a great day.